I'm Debbie Godfrey. Welcome to the Positive Parenting Pep Talks podcast.
I want to talk about creating more teamwork in your family and making time fun. One of the things that I love to do is find out what your kids think is being united and having fun as a family. So one great way you can do this is to visualize your family. And so what you'll do is teach your kids how to visualize. And usually you can start teaching maybe a 3 or 4-year-old how to visualize. And what you do is have them close their eyes and pretend like they're eating an apple and tell them to imagine what it tastes like and imagine what it feels like. And that's the beginnings of teaching kids how to imagine or visualize something in their head. And then what you want to do is with your kids, have everybody close their eyes and say, okay, let's imagine we're all cooperating and working well as a team. What do we see happening? What does it look like? What does it sound like? What are people doing? And it's funny when I do this exercise in my classes with the parents often say things like, oh, everybody's cleaning up, or everybody's making dinner together, or everybody's doing their chores, and they're all smiling and they're all happy. And then when we do this with our kids at home, they never say anything about doing chores or that sort of thing. What the kids have to say is things like going camping or going to the beach or taking a family vacation together. So they actually have a different idea of family teamwork than we do. And it's really important to know not just what our version is, but what their version is. And then you can use the ideas that they come up with to help work yourselves toward creating more of that. What is it that the kids love to do together? Mine always liked being out in nature and, going hiking or going to the beach or doing something together that's outdoors. That was the main the main way that we bonded together as a family, is to get out and do something together. And for us also contributing, and I know I've been talking to a couple of parents lately about how entitled our kids get in this world and materialistic. And we talked about different ways to work with that. And one of the things is to be of service. And I've talked about that before in Pep Talks, but that's something that you could take time to do, is figure out somewhere that you could do a service project with your kids. Whether that's going to an old people's home or volunteering at a shelter or volunteering at an animal shelter too. Some of them allow the kids to do stuff with animals, and really doing something to contribute to other people. And in this particular case with this mom, the kids were fighting over the toys, and so one of the things that we talked about was to be of service by taking some of those toys and donating them, finding a place to donate them, like maybe to foster kids or underprivileged kids, or somewhere that they could take some of their old toys that they didn't want anymore and use them for a greater purpose and for giving and for serving. So those are just a couple of ideas today to create teamwork and to do something together as a family. And I'll come up with a lot more as we go through the next few weeks to keep the ideas flowing, keep it fun, keep it sane, and have a great day. Happy parenting.
I hope you enjoyed today's episode of the Positive Parenting Pep Talks podcast. For those of you that don't know me, I'm Debbie Godfrey, owner and founder of positiveparenting.com. I hope you'll go and check out my website and follow me on Instagram and let me know about what you thought about today's episode. Did you learn something new? Were you able to do something different with your children? Did you have a success story? Those are my favorite to share. Let me know. Contact me. I'd love to hear from you. And also, what future topics would you be interested in hearing about on the Positive Parenting Pep Talks podcast? Thank you so much for being here and for all of your support. Take care and happy parenting.